Nonito Donaire.
Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Let's have a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands. Good luck. Win a sweat day.
Which could be a huge factor.
Probably if there's one thing.
Donaire's only loss against the southpaw. Reach factors against Darchinian. Will they impact here tonight?
Donaire's a quick starter, so we kind of expect that.
Problems throughout his career. It was a perfect left hand with uncanny
You know, so far in this match, Donaire has a complete arsenal, and the hook that knocked
Harris because of his size and punching accuracy. Uncanny anticipation. I mean, he too is, I mentioned, Donaire feels that Maldonado will be easier to hit than Darchinian because he keeps coming. Darchinian was completely disoriented, didn't even realize it. Maldonado can take a punch with the left hook by Donaire. There's that nice jab and a good right hand followed by a left uppercut. Opening round, scheduled for 12 for the IBF flyweight belt. As mentioned, Maldonado battled Christian Maharis, counter puncher, good body puncher. Will switch to southpaw, would be more instrumental.
And there is a good left hook by Donaire.
Donaire had
done.
Bang.
We talked about the left hook and how it is now an important punch for him. Countering left, just like the one.
And he just didn't jab enough in that fight. Frame, so he could really move up to 115, 118, maybe even to featherweight.
You can see he believes in himself.
Yeah, there is a concern, of course. This is something. His offense and defense does suffer.
Yeah, very.
Be the case here for Donaire. Right hand by Donaire. Oh, that one really caught him. And Maldonado disoriented.
I think that Gil Clancy bromide.
Nonito is trying to end it in dramatic fashion. The face of Maldonado now is the blood coming down the left side of Maldonado's face. Donaire just missed with a combination of things. Maldonado there's a good sweeping right hand that father-son teams don't work, but this one does. Good right hand there by Donaire.
Some people can get it done. Maldonado doesn't have much power, does lose it. Good left hook again by Donaire.
By Nonito Donaire, and blood immediately started spurting out of the left side of Maldonado's.
The left hook is made for him now that he's healthy. His hand is healthy and he can throw it. It just makes
his dad, Nonito Donaire Sr., many father-son. The blood from Maldonado all over the chest. Technique and power style of Nonito Donaire. He's got him against the ropes. What a huge right hand type of guy that will fight on throughout. They won't stop him at some point.
Yeah, they certainly can get up to bantamweight.
Up to this fight for Maldonado.
We noted with 4 wins after the loss to Darchinian, but 3 were against fighters with records of 10-17, 7-28. No question about that.
We're talking about a rematch with Darchinian.
Donaire has mixed in some great lead rights like that one. And later on, the left hook would become a factor. As a lefty now, the right hand very low from Maldonado, and Donaire turns that hook.
So he's in difficulty already here to begin round 3. Oh, the left hook upstairs, and
28-2-3. Fought Sergio Espinosa, who's 14-3.
Perhaps a fight with, there's a nice right hand by Donaire. Fight with Jorge Arce. 11 of his 18 wins by knockout. Donaire
3-1 in his last win, and it was a tough win for him. So true for Nonito Donaire. He's fighting in a position to throw that left hook, and he cranks it up, and there it is. That's
Arce at 118.
And both cuts now reopened on the face. Donaire said to us,
left
one of those hooks. He said he thought.
Big swing and a miss by Donaire, looking for
the offensive arsenal of Donaire, very impressive over the jab of Maldonado.
All Nonito Donaire.
And there's a new thought cuts would be an issue for Maldonado, and they are.
And he just hammers away with the right. The right, a big.
The right eye of Maldonado.
Yeah, things are getting
on. Although the cuts are on the side of the eyes, not over them.
And the exciting thing about him, Al, I mean, he's a flyweight with a big frame. And Maldonado in a southpaw stance here. I always feel that when a guy switches to southpaw, he loses. And Maldonado so bloody. What a difference. And he's looking for number 12 tonight. Hey!
You got to keep going in this fight.
His house for a while, so he knows the champion very well, but boy, he's got his work cut out here with going well. Left hook there by Donaire, missing with that left.
Be like one of Woody Hayes' old teams deciding to throw the ball in.
At least it's limited to just the right side of his face.
You know,
Thank goodness for small favors.
Nonito,
July 06. But Donaire took
by Maldonado. Did that punch make a difference? And look at Maldonado come back.
Just drenched in blood. It was a pool of blood. And now it's just, at least, because he's felt the power of Donaire. He's got Donaire backing up. But as he was backing up, Ron Borges from ESPN.
It was kind of a push.
Yeah, that was a balance situation for Maldonado. Yeah, it did make good sense. Yeah.
I date myself by saying
Keith Idek, Herald News,
Woody Hayes. I could have picked some contemporary. Interesting to me because you can't be doing better than you are.
A nice left hook by Donaire.
Donaire will always be looking for that counter left hook.
Maldonado, and also the good news, not bleeding.
He's come back in this round with some big shots, and there's the hook again.
Yeah, Donaire is just surgically picking 10, a straight left that's scored by Maldonado.
Maldonado's having a really good round.
Good left
in the right-handed stance than Donaire is. So this to me,
knockout, 6.5-year pro. He's in the red trunks. Luis Maldonado.
Nice jab by Maldonado getting it.
You're just showing your depth.
That's it. This to me is a really questionable tactic.
We'll have to find out why he just can't stop that bleeding around the right eye of Maldonado. They pretty much have picking Maldonado apart in the last minute. With the more experienced 37, 1-1, 20.
I've got Donaire winning 39-36.
Confidence despite the way his face looks. There's a straight left to get under control, which is an accomplishment.
Nice right. Nonito Donaire has been much more tentative. Nice
body shot.
Pretty well in this round. Might even be winning it.
Donaire, just for the record, for the IBF flyweight title. Twice there, and that one was blocked. Fast hands.
Punches. That's exactly what he did there, and he got hit with a really good right hook by Maldonado. His money working on those cuts, that's for sure. He is a good fighter, Luis Maldonado.
That was a great accomplishment, right to the top of that. Maldonado missing. Much better by Maldonado, right on the nose.
Luis Maldonado, who looked completely out of this fight, will land a big right hook. That's the first of what was a number of good punches that he landed.
Round 6 scheduled for 12.
Donaire with the counter right.
If you're Maldonado.
And as we look at the press row scoring, beat Oscar Andrade.
It's like a wake-up call for Maldonado. Nonito more technical. There's a nice left hook to the chin, left eye.
There again is the left hook. Whenever Maldonado,
you'll see Vernon Forrest and Michele Piccirillo for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. A little low though.
Yeah, now Donaire has to be careful. He's throwing rights to the body and also throwing uppercuts from way out. If Luis Maldonado was just a little more powerful,
physically bigger, different kind of a fighter than Glenn.
1-0-1, won a match and had that draw.
Donaire, nice left-right combination upstairs. Drilled him again with the right hand. Goes downstairs to the body. That was
in with his right jab and lunges, or even with his left hand. He gets nailed with that. He is a very skilled, well-polished fighter. Well, if there was any part of Nonito's
Luis Maldonado, ranked number 4, the challenger on the green and red and white.
59-55 for Donaire. For Donaire to do.
Oh, straight right hand, right on the nose by Donaire. That shook Maldonado up momentarily, but he comes back. Maldonado, the kind of fighter.
3 rounds than he did, and yet here he is in the middle of this fight.
Nonito Donaire going to the body, like Dad said.
Yeah.
Donaire in charge.
I have it 59-55. Danny Santiago is going to face Antonio Tarver lefty, and Santiago has good double left hooks.
He's getting ready for a fight himself. Good right hand there.
Skimp on because of all the trip to the Philippines.
Even stronger afterwards.
Yeah, the left
Tough kid, Maldonado. And he's scoring.
So far, we don't see any evidence of it. Donaire has been excellent.
Control in the early going, and then all of a sudden, Maldonado started to come back.
Deal with the left.
That'll be our second co-main event later tonight. Donaire pinning Maldonado against the rope. Donaire's jaw in that fight, and Nonito able to avenge his brother's defeat. And he's won just about every round, and he has rocked Maldonado. There's another big shot by Donaire, and the sweeping left puts Maldonado down for only the second time in his career.
7, 8.
Well, he got up, though, like a rocket. And it was at the end of the round, fortunately, for Maldonado.
Well, Nonito Donaire dramatically ends that round. A big uppercut. That's the one that started the problem for Maldonado. And then this left hook sends him to the canvas. Great uppercut on the inside by Donaire that froze Maldonado.
They want the ringside physician to check Maldonado out. Okay. See? Somebody asked Maldonado in the corner, you want to continue what we've seen in his career, not only tonight, we've seen him a number of times. He never quits. He has no quit.
One of the things that might give him a little, nice right by Donaire, a little, Donaire I think wants to go out there and get him out in this round. I feel the resolve.
Running a theme here, Victor Archinian.
And you know what's interesting, if Victor Archinian is sitting and watching this bout, which he might be,
Donaire looking to end it.
Is the amount of straight lefts that Maldonado has landed.
He wants to end it. Here's a barrage by Donaire. Landed in dramatic fashion. Belting him to the body with the left, and that is it. Nonito Donaire scores a TKO in round 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 16 seconds in round number 8. Our referee in charge, Charlie Dwyer, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still the IBF and IBO flyweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito